Hi everybody, it's Barbara Otten and I'm a consultant with Close to My Heart, and I've got 15 minutes to show you my absolute favorite product ever. So first I'm going to have you look at them because it is flip-flaps, and I'm going to show them to you right here. So they come in all these different sizes. I think that's like 7 sizes, 8 sizes, 8 sizes it looks like. So there's going to be 8 by 12, 6 by 12, 5 by 7, 4 by 6, 4 by 4, 3 by 3, 3 by 4, and 2 by 2. And what flip flaps are like mini page protectors that you're going to put on the outside of your page protector. So they're going to add all this space for you to add more photos. And I've shown those to you quite a few times so far at the volume events, but I have made some new albums with some really creative ways to use these, and I wanted to show those to you, and then I'll tell you what the special is at the end. So we're going to go through them quickly because I've got 2 full albums for you. So let's go through this, and I'm going to show you briefly how to put a flip flap on. And what I like to do is fill my flip flap with either the photo or a photo mat or journaling or a title, whatever it is, and it just slides right in because there's a little pocket here. So it just slides in and out. All the flip flaps are self-adhesive, so they're going to be so easy to put on, and I'm going to show you real quickly. I'm going to move this up just a bit. You can also decorate on the inside or the outside of the flip flaps, but let me show you how to put this on. Because it has a pocket in it, I like to fold the flip flap adhesive over the pocket, just kind of keeps it in a little bit easier, but I got to tell you, nothing seems to slip out of these. Then I pull the adhesive off, and I always like to line it up over a photo mat that's already on the page. Just like that. Once I put that down, then I take my thumbnail and just kind of go over those glue dots there, and that smooths them out and makes them a little bit clearer. There's also just a little piece of plastic right here that you're welcome to cut off at the beginning if you don't want to see that, but I can tell you once you put your photos in, you don't even notice it. I sometimes cut it off, other times I usually don't. So anyway, that's how to add new photos right on, so easy. But I wanted to tell you one more thing, is when you are placing your flip flaps, try to place them in a way that makes the page still look attractive. Like if I want to just plop a flip flap here, that's going to cut off most of my design. That's not going to be very pretty. If I put a flip flap here like this over a mat, then some of it's going to be sticking out. So it's really, really better to think of ways to put it over the mats that are already on the flip flaps. So let's go through because we don't have too much time today. This is one of my favorite things. It's like a little explosion box that I made out of flip flaps. These are the 3 by 3, and just watch this. So much fun to open those up, and each one of them would hold 2 extra photos for you. So easy to do, fun to do, and it's interactive, so everybody loves it. Plus it stays nice and flat in your book, so it's not going to add a lot of bulk. Let's try the next page. This is a 6 by 8 flip flap, and I've put it on the bottom. Here's the adhesive this time. Decorated it up a little bit, so if you do not like where the adhesive shows, you can decorate that. I just put a nice strip across that. So now look, I have added not only journaling space and a little small photo space here, but also 4 more photos can fit on there. I put another flip flap inside, holds 2 more photos, and 1 here. So now you've added all of those photos. I think that's 8 photos all together just by using some flip flaps. I could have put more flip flaps here too. Over on this page, this is a special one. I've taken 3 layouts that are easy to cut in the middle without cutting across photos or people's pictures and stuff like that. And I've split them up vertically or horizontally and put them over a final layout. So here is one whole page that I've then opened it up with more photo spots there. Here's the second page that I've cut vertically and added even more photo opportunities there. And then this is the final page underneath it. And you can see how cute that is going to be, and people are going to want to play with that. Let's turn to the next one. Oops, they're flipping out. So this is another way you can do them, is you can attach a flip flap to a flip flap. So I've taken that adhesive attached to the top one, And now it flips out all the way here. So you've got this other cute interactive element, and I did the same thing here. And did you notice that I added little buttons on the outside of the flip flap that encourages people to pick them up? Over here I did a different style where I did the 4x6, open it one way, and then stuck another one inside to open, almost like a little book. Very, very cool. This is gonna make people wanna look at your books. Over on this one, I've done the same kind of thing, but instead added the second one as a vertical. So instead of coming out this way, it comes out this way. I could still add 2 more of these flip flaps in there if I wanted to. They just pile up on each other so well. Here's another look, vertical and vertical. So there's so many ways you can add these flip flaps on to make them unique. Over here I have the baby flip flap, I call it, and I love that thing. And it's just a little 2x2 one. But if you don't have 2x2 photos, don't like to cut them that small, you could add baby hair in there, you could add coins from a trip you took, so many different little things, sand from the beach on your vacation, all those kind of things could fit in a flip flap. Here's a 8x6 flip flap, and this time I started the adhesive in the middle, like this, so it opens up, and I've added more flip flaps on the top flap. So even more photos, and this is gonna save you money because you're not gonna have to do so many pages to get all your photos on. You're just gonna add your flip flaps. Add in another one here. You can see that even though I used a 3x4 flip flap, I only, I put mats on there for 2x2. So it doesn't mean you have to use a 3x4 picture in a 3x4 flip flap. Let's turn on to the next one. This is my page of baby flip flaps. I've just done them everywhere here. And these just could be so many things besides a photo too. So if you don't have photos, you could put your journaling there. You could put numbers there. Such a great idea to use those baby ones. Now this page I love. Isn't that heart gorgeous? Over here I've put the flip flaps with buttons on them. And they're both opening up to the side. You can see I decorated them inside with a little zip strip. And then over here, I mimicked the heart over here by putting that design on there, and now I can still put a photo in there too, and I can put it layer it over it. Just another fun thing to do to decorate them. On this page, I've done well, I could call it a booklet, I suppose. So I've done many, many flip flaps in a row. So let me show you. Each one's gonna be able to hold 2 photos, or on this one I decorated first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've just added in this very small area 8 more photo spots for you. Let's go on to the last page. Now this is it's something different. If you don't want to do solid cardstock or solid pattern paper here, you could do an overlay. The only thing you want to do if you do an overlay is whatever you put on the front, you want to put it in the exact spot on the back so that the glue doesn't show through. So look at that. That's a really awesome look that's going to impress all your friends. Let's take a look at book number 2. How we doing on time? 8 minutes. Oh, good. I can go a little bit slower. Good. This is one of my favorites. This is the waterfall flip flaps. The way you do this is you take the adhesive off, or take the adhesive strip off, put your first one down, about 1 inch lower, you put the next one. About 1 inch lower, you put the next one, all the way down. And that's a cute little waterfall look that again is gonna make you the scrapbooker extraordinaire. So that's the waterfall. On this page, I just wanted to show you how many flip flaps you can add to a page. So for each one of these photo mat areas that I had, I added a flip flap. Did them all different directions. So these ones at the top came up. This went to the left, this went to the right, this goes up, and this one goes down to the bottom. So you can see how much fun people are gonna have playing with it. Plus, I've now added 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 spots for photos on there. So all of you who have those photo overload, you know, and you're always freaking out because you just can't get all the photos on your page, now you can. Also, your flip flaps do not have to go on straight. This was a mat that was turned at a tilt. Doesn't matter because you're putting it over the page protector. Remember, on the page protector, not on the page itself. So I can put it anywhere that I want on there, and I went right over, just tilted just that way. And then all of these, again, added new flip flaps. So you've just got all of these options. Think about if you have finished a page and all of a sudden you find that one photo that you were supposed to put on the page and you forgot. It doesn't matter with flip flaps because it goes on the outside of the page protector, so you can just go ahead and add that photo on. You're never gonna have to worry about that again. If you didn't have room for your title, you could put a flip flap and have the title in it. If you didn't have room for your journaling, you could use a flip flap on the outside and put your journaling on. So many ways to use them. Now this one I just thought was a cute little idea. I took the 4x6 and that goes up there, and then 2 3x4s going down like that. Again, all this extra space for photos. All right, so this one is a really awesome page that I did at our album retreat, and I will be doing a video either before you see this video or after what you can buy at the album retreat and how you can come attend that with us. Almost all of these pages in these two books are from an album retreat. So this is where you could use those 2x2s in a really unique way. Could put photos down there, could be journaling. But look at that, with all the little numbers on it. Just another cool way to add some splash to it. All right, let's look at the next page. Here's another one where I've added a slanted one at an angle. And over here, big 5x7. Again, we have many, many different sizes, so you're gonna find one that fits your photo. On this one, I just added a couple extra flip flaps each way. So easy to put them on. This one, again, I just go over the mats that are already there. That's gonna give you the cleanest look on there. Over here, over the 4x6 mat. And then I needed some room for a little poem there, so I just put it in a flip flap. All right, now another way you can decorate the flip flaps, remember I said you could decorate inside or on the flip flap itself, is you can put ribbon around the whole thing. I added a little glue dot in the back to hold it and then just tied the bow right around the flip flap. Let's see. All right, in this one, you can do flip flaps within flip flaps. So here is this one, and I've added 2 flip flaps inside it. Now when you do this, I recommend you to keep them horizontal. Now one thing I didn't tell you yet, let me see, is our flip flaps that are rectangular come in 2 different types of adhesive strips, one on a portrait mode and one on a landscape mode. So portrait and landscape that way. So that gives you a lot of options. When you do something like the flip flap within a flip flap, it's really nice to use it this way. So it comes up a little bit, just a little bit sturdier than flapping around. If you did going the other way, it might kind of flap out. So I like to do it just that way. All right, I think we're at the last one, and then I'll tell you real quick. So here's just 2 more that I put journaling spots in, and let me tell you what the special is and how to get it. So, got my deal right here. Now I'm gonna go big. So if you love these flip flaps, and you can see how many you can fit in one album, I've got a 192 flip flap deal for you. And it is 2 packages of every single size, leaving you with 192. And you're gonna save, because I'm not gonna charge you shipping, I'm not gonna charge you tax, and I took off more of that too. So you're gonna save $19. If you spend $100, you're gonna get all of those flip flaps, 192. Those will last you all the way through 2021, unless you go crazy with the flip flaps like I do. If you want that deal, you're gonna pay $100 to PayPal, and here's my email address. People have a tendency to mistake it. How am I doing? Okay, I have 1 minute left. Okay, to sometimes add a G to the Cal Dreamin'. Don't do that. Other people will say Comcast.com instead of Comcast. Make sure you don't do that when you PayPal me, or you can write a check or money order, and here's my address, and I will post that for you. Now, if you don't think that you want all those flip flaps, or you just want to try them out at first instead, you can go to my website, barbraotten.ctmh.com. It's B-A-R-B-R-A is the way I spell mine, O-T-T-E-N. And you can just pick the ones you want instead. They're not going to be on sale for you, but if you want to start small, you can start small. If you do go to my website, you're going to want to make sure that you sign up to be a VIP for Close to My Heart first. And it costs $35 for the whole year, and you subscribe to it. And I'm just watching my time, and you're gonna get $25 credit right away, and we're gonna have special exclusive things for our VIPs when you spend $50, you get the